At a point in my life, I would have thought it was funny as hell to be super like self-deprecating in an email, but I don't find that funny or cute at all. And I've had a lot of people send me like 14 paragraph emails where they just like destroy themselves.
What is going on, everybody? It's your Adam Johnson, and this is Cover Band Confidential. The following video is part 3 of our interview with artist relations expert Alex Oxshire concerning gear endorsements. So we've covered what companies are looking for, what kind of endorsement deals are available. This one is all about how you as a musician can shoot your shot and get the deal that you've been looking for. I personally want to thank all of our new subscribers. If you'd like to support us, you can do that a number of ways. You can subscribe to the channel and get notifications whenever we post new content. We do so every single Friday. You can sign up for our all new Patreon, which includes a ton of exclusive content, as well as a bunch of resources to further your music career. You can go to our merch store and check out a bunch of our new designs, as well as some new products like coffee mugs and tanks just in time for summer. Or you can subscribe to our podcast. We're over 150 episodes in, and if you dig it, you can leave us a 5-star review or share us with your friends. Our goal is to be a resource for all musicians, from the hometown hero to the hired gun. If you're somewhere in between, we can help you get to that next level. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into it.
The best way to get endorsed? Find somebody that already knows me and have them intro you to me.
Yeah, I mean, I tell people that all the time. I got endorsed by Pedal Train back in the day because a friend of mine was already endorsed, and I was like, "Hey, do you think that they would, maybe hook me up?" And he goes, "Yeah, hold on one second." And like 15 minutes later, I got an email from the Pedal Train guys that says, "Here's our artist list." They had like put us on the website and everything. Like it was like literally like that. Cool. It was the least amount of effort I've ever put into anything. I feel like the whole like music business networking spiel is a bit played out, but like you can't discount that kind of thing when you're trying to get connected with people.
I never did that at Orange. In 14 years, I never took commission. I would never give commission to an employee of mine in the artist relations department. That encourages bad behavior, but no one in artist relations is going to complain, and nobody up the ladder from them is going to complain, but with making a sale. So if you really want an endorsement and you really are ready to get a piece of gear, even if you don't get that coveted free gear, say in your email, "I'm ready to go. I just looking for artist pricing. Help me out here." And that increases your chances by about 90% of getting endorsed.
That's cool. And is there, so I, aside from you now, I have no connection with that world at all, but it sounds like a cold email is not out of bounds for this. I mean, if I had a brand I was interested in, is there some place I would go to look up who I would contact? How would I even get started in that?
That's a great question. Most gear companies will have, a form letter. Some companies dump all of these form letters into Google, a spreadsheet, and it just piles up, and then we'll review it every once in a while. That happens at Orange. That would probably happen at a bigger company.
Yeah.
Someplace like Victory, Origin, they're seeing it. Even if they're not responding to it, they are seeing your email. So it's important to make that email count. Yeah. Right off the bat.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go and try to find a Fender or a Gibson type of person,
right.
That does get significantly more difficult. Without any sort of industry contact whatsoever, you're going to have a really hard time.
Yeah,
I guess maybe unless stalk that person, find that person on social media. My Instagram is not set to fully private. Anybody who wants to follow me could follow me, and I'll probably see any of those messages. The same is true of, the people that do Fender artist relations and Gibson artist relations. It's almost easier to just try to contact them through channels like that than it is through back channels.
Well, you kind of bring up a good point, is that like a lot of these companies that you think are these massive monoliths, let's say, Fender and Gibson aside, they're really not. I remember going to the Orange offices for the first time and being really kind of like taken aback by how small it was.
We were smoking in the warehouse.
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
Not basically. We were straight up smoking in the warehouse. I mean, it was absurd.
Well, I mean, I know Line 6 is kind of one building of people. That they seem like a great big thing, but they have names. They're on Facebook. They're not unreachable.
Yeah, and the whole social media construct has made it like even less mysterious, I think.
Hmm.
Before people didn't know people's names. It was literally like you were just sending it to like a blank email address and hoping somebody responds. Now you know who's doing whatever. And, there's lots of these kind of little pockets of communities. I'm a member of the Punk Rock MBA Facebook group. I found a lot of industry contacts through that group, A&R guys and gear guys and musicians and that kind of thing. If you have the ability to do just a little bit of due diligence, it's not too hard to track people down. You and I have just kind of kept in touch because we kind of like the same things. And, even after you left Orange, it's like, well, I'm still going to send you the 2 minutes to late night sketch I saw because I know that you've probably already seen it anyway. So building relationships is just as important as anything. So, make sure that you not only find ways to get in touch with people, like find common ground with them.
It's an extreme networking job as well. At the end of the day, yeah, it is. It's maintaining friendships. It's aligning yourself with the brand and repping that brand and saying, I am the personification of this brand to you.
Yeah.
Anything you need that you think this brand can provide, please, it's worth asking. I've had a lot of weird situations over the years. It's not just free gear and logistics, getting loaners places and marketing. It's mainly just a lot of buying beer and finding people drugs, if I'm being honest. But I need to get in touch with this person to make this particular event happen. Do you know anybody? Yeah, I do. I'm looking for sponsors. I need other sponsors besides your brand. Can you help me with other people? Sure, of course. Like a lot of business development as well. So connecting brands with the artists that I already work with so that we can like do big contests, giveaways, co-promoting of new products, that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of things that an artist relations person can do to help you, but at the end of the day, you really better like the brand because there's a lot of whores running around, man, just changing brands all the time, trying to get new stuff.
All right, let's say this. I'm a person and I'm looking to get in with a company. I send a cold email. The email is well written. It feels viable from your end. From a gear company's perspective, what are the next steps that you're going to do in order to verify my legitimacy as an artist or as a content creator to help you make the determining factor of whether or not I'm a person worth pursuing or responding to?
This is going to sound terrible, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at your social media links that you've included. And I'm going to make a really fast judgment about where I think this can go. And if you're under 10,000 on any particular account, at least, especially like an Instagram, actually, first and foremost, Instagram, depending on your genre. If you're Steel Panther and your Facebook has way more followers than your Instagram, well, that doesn't surprise me. And then I'll take Facebook as the leading, guideline. But yeah, social media, I'm going to go there immediately. And I may stop things right there. And I may not respond after that. But if things are looking like maybe it's not just social media that I need to look at, you know what I mean? I can't quite tell you exactly what indicates that, but there's something there. Maybe it's a well-written email. Maybe I like the genre. Maybe I just like the band. I don't know. Something might say, inspect this further. Then I'm going to, honestly, me personally, I'm going to listen to the music straight away. A lot of people in this industry, they won't listen to music at all. But, I still will. And then I'll make that's my second big cliff. I'll say, oh, this is rad. This has a lot of potential. Then the next thing that I'll do is I will email you back and I will ask probably a few questions. They'll probably be kind of like leading questions in a sense, because I'm going to basically say, why do you not have a bigger following? What have you been doing with your time? What's your plan to get a bigger following and get a larger audience? And then I'll ask them questions that are probably related to like, let's find out if you really like this brand. You know what I mean? Are you going to be willing to do things on behalf of the brand? And then we'll go from there.
Some of the stuff feels very, I guess, counterintuitive, but, coming at it from, being completely green, that's good information to have.
Which part of it feels counterintuitive? I'm curious.
Well, I think people are kind of coming at it from a certain perspective that, well, I'm talented and that's got to count for something.
There it is.
Yeah. Right. So I think that's one of those things you do have to kind of like reconcile, like, okay, yeah, you've got chops and, maybe the quality of your content is really good, but if there's not anything beyond that to kind of make you a marketable asset for the, for the company, that's kind of a non-starter.
There's two things that have to happen to receive an endorsement because you're super talented. One, I have to believe that you're super talented. Wow, that's very subjective. And number two, usually it's not enough that the artist relations person believes that you're talented at that level. It usually has to come from somebody above them who is in charge of the purse strings. As an artist relations person, I have to be incredibly objective. I have to look at the full package most of the time, because I'm going to have to say up the ladder, this guy's just really talented. And that's why I want to give him stuff or her stuff. You know what I mean? And then it goes to another person. So in this industry with all these family owned wackadoodle companies, it's usually like the owner or somebody who still has, full control, of every decision if they want to have it. That happens a lot. A lot of the time, there's not the trust that should be there to give those people the full control. I mean, I've fought it for a long time in this industry, and there were ups and downs with that. Times when I thought, yeah, I can do whatever I want. And then times when I thought, Jesus, like I got to get everything approved right now. So that made me extremely objective. I didn't want to begin a relationship if I didn't think that I was going to have the support I needed should it, get to the next level.
So we talked about the positive side, like what can people do to get on your good side? What is a surefire way that the person that you're reaching out to will never respond back to you?
Don't change the name of the company in your blanket email. Yeah. I mean, how many emails did I get that were like, "Dear Alex, I just love Gibson guitars." And it's like, well, I don't know anything about Gibson guitars. Sorry, I work for, Victory. That's my favorite way to do it. All caps, another favorite one. I'm a snarky dude. Right? Really snarky dude. At a point in my life, I would have thought it was funny as hell to be super self-deprecating in an email to try to catch attention. But I don't find that funny or cute at all. And I've had a lot of people send me 14 paragraph emails where they just destroy themselves. I don't deserve this. I don't even know why I'm emailing you. But on the off chance that you'll pay attention to this, and it's like, nah, I'm actually that. And just delete it. I don't give a shit. That's such a silly thing to do.